Hi, I thought we'd check out my 88 Milano Verde, starting with the right front brake caliper, or pad, excuse me. This is an 8 millimeter on the outside, and inside you can see is, I'm going to call it 9 probably. Now we're on the left or driver's side. Again, like the other side, 8 on the outside and about 9 on the inside. Here we are at the right rear caliper. I've got a 10 millimeter measuring stick. That's the inside. And it's also, whoops, let me get in there, 10 on the outside as well. This is the left side, inside, outside. And as you can see, the surface is nice and shiny. We do have surface rust on the rotor. This is, I discussed it a little this morning. It's most likely an unfinished rotor. Same over here. And I had to replace this boot. As you can see, there's kind of a indentation up here in the exhaust. The hanger broke and the exhaust hit the drive shaft and took out the boot. Another thing I replaced, I don't know how well they're going to show up. You can see something black and shiny up in there. I replaced the spring perches. They're instead of rubber, I think they're a harder plastic material. There's also a new metal piece in there. Did that left and right. You'll notice the shocks, the rear shocks in the pictures were Conies. The left side failed, so I put a set of Bilsteins on here. I've got a good picture of the rear transaxle mount. This is a kind of a custom built exhaust due to the European bumper. It's a MagnaFlow muffler, and they've used stock Milano exhaust here. There was some bag or something that got stuck to the exhaust and melted all over. This is a, let me pan back. This transaxle is a platinum limited slip that was gone through by Phil Mason, and as you saw from an earlier video, he really locked up the diff. It's got a good transaxle mount on this side, left side, another one on the right side. The boot's in place for the, let me get back over here, the boot's in place for the clutch slave. Let me see, I've already got a picture of the rear flex coupling. And let's see if we can get in here. I had to get a flashlight. I had to replace the center support. It was a little bit weak, so that's brand new after the rebuild. And moving on to the CAT. This is a MagnaFlow 49 state catalytic converter. It's got flexible fronts, which is kind of nice. I don't know if I can demonstrate this for you, but since this car is low, it's nice to have a bit of a flexible exhaust. It'll move up and down when you hit a bump. Hopefully that yeah, that's probably showing up. So that keeps damage from happening to the downpipes here. Okay, right front, you can see a Bilstein shock and good upper ball joint, good lower ball joint, tie rod end, same there. This is the Reman rack. You can see there's still some left over from the leaks from the old rack. It's kind of hard stuff to clean up, it gets into everything. Now we're on the left side, Bilstein shock, Bilstein, whatever you want to call them. good upper bushing, lower tie rod end, and now you can see, I think I'm going to do this without the light. This is an oil pan, no more leaks. It's not super clean like in the old days when we used to take and throw them in a 5-gallon jug of, or 5-gallon can, whatever, barrel of carb clean. I threw this in our parts cleaner and cleaned it up. It's not quite as not quite as tidy as carb clean, but it's probably better for the environment. Now there's the bottom side of the, oh, that's the bracket for the AC compressor. Let's see, what else do I need to show you under here? Oh, here we go. This is the very beefy, well, let me start with, I replaced all the sway bar link bushings. They were kind of blown out. Whoever had this car liked to drive it. So do I. Anyway, there's the beefy sway bar, front sway bar, and on the driver's side, more good bushings in there. And here are the 27 millimeter torsion bars. That's the left side and right side. And I think that's about it, unless somebody hits me up with some specific questions. There's the bottom of the Centerline all metal radiator. It's a pretty slick deal. There's a couple highlights under the hood. This is a new hood prop catch. Centerline just started selling those. New battery, and this is an important little sensor right here. I had to replace this last fall. That adjusts the temperature. It's for the fuel mixture for the ECM. Well, back in these days it was just the box. Let's see. Here's top view of the radiator and compressor. Let's see, go over on this side. This is a power steering pump that's not leaking, and I think that's about all I've got going on under the hood. The ABS system works. All the belts are new. All the hoses for the power steering, other than this one here, this is new. And the return hose down there, the lower one, that's the return hose from the reservoir to the power steering rack. That's about all I can think of for now. Like I said, if you have questions, just hit the contact seller, and I'll answer them to the best of my abilities. Thanks for watching.